This is a uranium conversion facility in Iran. Iran says its uranium enrichment program is for peaceful purposes. The U.S. and other countries suspect Tehran is developing nuclear weapons. Former U.S. Attorney Robert Morgenthau issued this warning to the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
It's late in this game, and we don't have a lot of time to stop Iran from developing long-range missiles and nuclear weapons.
Unlike his predecessor, President Obama says he wants a new beginning with Iran and has proposed talks. Committee Chairman John Kerry echoed that position.
Our preference is engagement. Our preference is not to have a confrontation of any kind.
But if engagement is unsuccessful, former Undersecretary of State Nicholas Burns suggested more sanctions and a military option.
Then our partners in this process, particularly the Russians and Chinese, who are very influential, ought to be with us, agreeing beforehand that if the talks fail, they'll join us in very, very tough sanctions. I think that makes sense. And I do think it makes sense to keep the threat of force on the table.
Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad has said that he's not ready for talks with U.S. officials without preconditions. Burns says the U.S. must be patient.
We've had a 30-year deep freeze in our relationship. We have had no substantial or meaningful discussions from the Carter administration to the Obama administration with a series of Iranian governments. There's no real understanding of each other, and we see each other as adversaries. So this is a situation that is fraught with a lot of danger for both countries. I do see the Iranians as a real threat to our country. There's no question they're seeking a nuclear weapons capability.
Although Senator Kerry says the United States will not push for any regime change, experts say it could happen in next month's elections.
And what do you think is going to happen in June?
Ahmadinejad is not as popular as he may want to be. His economic policies are largely considered to have been a failure at home. And average people are having a tough time in Iran. And so whether we see that expressed in the voting booths in Iran is an open question.
The Senate committee will release a report on Iran's nuclear program later this week. Carolyn Pursuti, VOA News.